Good morning. Hello, hello. Well, how are we doing? All right. Well, I'm going to share my screen. There are, what, three of us? Oh, I got a thumbs up. There we go. I'll take it. There's no, I don't know if there's a thumbs down reaction. The emojis or the reactions are really limited, unfortunately, on here. One of Zoom's many flaws, I have to say. All right. Well, hey, guys. Oh, celebrating. Love it. All positive. They don't have any like negative ones. All right. So it's just us chickens, it seems. So far, at least. I hope more people are coming because there's several people presenting today. But hello, hello. The plan today is just to rinse, wash, repeat of yesterday as far as agenda goes, but the people presenting are all new. So it will same story, different verse, new people going, so different experience overall. I'm very excited again to continue with our day. The hope was that we could just get get started right away because like we know what's happening and kind of the order of things. See, Daphne was here to wish you luck yesterday. Caitlin, where is she today? No one's here to wish you luck. It's terrible. So here's our just prepare yourselves. The seating chart is coming at you. This is the order of things. So we're starting here with Caitlin. Please, and then Talia will go next. Melissa, Omar, Ashley, Jake, Daphne, Haley, Danette, Juan, Rahema, and Kaylee. This is all predicated on, of course, on being here. So people who aren't here obviously won't go today. And we'll see if some people who weren't here yesterday and were supposed to go, if we have the time, see if they can go at the end. So we'll kind of tack them on to the end, okay? Any questions? All right, we're up to 13 people. That's pretty good. So I think we'll get started here. We've got the first couple presenters here. So I just lost somebody who left. I don't know. Anyway, here's the deal. Same thing as yesterday. So I'll ask when it's your turn, do you want to have co-host rights? If that's the case, I'll assign you those rights. That means you can share your screen. To share your screen, there is a green share screen button at kind of the bottom of our Zoom toolbar. And so you'll just click that. You'll do desktop or whichever like window looks like what you want to share. And then just make sure the stuff you have on your screen is not going to get you in trouble by anybody, and you should be good to go. It hasn't been a problem at all so far. So any questions before we get started? I don't want to waste time. You know, we went a little long yesterday, which was fine. I just loved hearing what everybody had to say. So I'm looking forward to what everybody has to share today. So Caitlin, would you like co-host rights?
Yes, please. I did not mean to push that.
I was so excited for a second to see you, but I love hearing your voice, if nothing else. I'm going to make, oh, I hate that it does this. Abdi, I did not mean to make you co-host. It like changes the order on you when you click on somebody's name. Okay, that should be correct here. So you should be able to share your screen now. Where's everybody going? There's like some people leaving. What say you, Caitlin? Is it working?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let me make sure you're co-host. Let's see, how about now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Wait, where is it? I just had it pulled up. 1 second.
I think it was in that last screen that you had there.
Last one. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Take it away.
So for the first question, who were you then and who are you now? Then I was kind of struggling, unmotivated, lazy, and only really focused on school. Hold on 1 second. There we go. And who are you now? I like to think that I'm responsible, hardworking, mature, and I'm actually kind of proud of myself, which is weird to say. How has time and experience changed you? With time, I was able to see what is truly important to me. I definitely have different priorities now. I kind of got over the whole mindset of caring what people really think about me, but I really don't care now. But now I only really care about improving myself and setting myself up for success. College, working, and moving are my top priorities right now. My mindset changed when I was 16 and took that first step and got a job because it kind of made me realize that I can do more. Yeah. Did your future plans change as you moved through high school? What the hell? My plans have changed a lot. I used to want to be a forensic scientist and go to some fancy school, but now I realize I don't want to be in too much debt and I'm okay with going to PCC. I also know what I want to go into. I wanted to go in the medical field. I also figured that I would not have a job right now. I didn't think I could actually handle one. But here I am. I've had 4 jobs so far, which sounds bad, but 2 are seasonal. And now I'm planning on paying for college myself. I'm getting a car in a couple of weeks and I'm moving out this year, hopefully. How do you feel when you're taking an AP class or a challenge course? Was it worth it? I have not taken an AP class yet, but I'm going to take, what was it, AP Human Geo next quarter. I did not really think that they would benefit me very much, but I did take the health careers pathway, which was definitely worth it because now I know what I want to do with my life. It was definitely challenging. Don't get me started on anatomy, but it was overall worth it. How has being an AVID student challenged you? How has it helped? AVID expects you to get good grades or you can risk not being able to take the class. AVID has taught me a lot of useful skills I'll be using in college, like how to take notes, how to study, and how to self-advocate. I don't think it was necessarily a super challenging class, but it does hold you to certain standards and teaches you a lot. What is one piece of advice for incoming freshmen? I would say the best thing to do is load your schedule for freshman, sophomore, and junior year. Take like all the core classes you have to take, like English, math, science, and social studies, and do not delay taking them. If you do this, you will only be required to take an English class for your senior year. This leaves you room to take classes you actually want, or if you want to have like more of a relaxed schedule, that is okay too. What are some valuable pieces of information you wished you would have received freshman year? As Miss Nakatani would say, don't be that kid who interrupts class. Take school seriously. Grades actually matter now. Also, try not to stress too much your freshman and sophomore year because those are kind of like the easy years. Just wait until junior year. And respect all of your teachers in the case, unless they don't respect you. I've had a couple of teachers. Why is being an AVID student worth it? Teaches you skills that you will take to college. Looks good to colleges. especially if you stay in the program for several years. If you stay in AVID, you will have a better connection with other students in AVID and have a better connection with your AVID teacher. You'll have help with finding colleges and financial aid as well. I plan on going to PCC and going through their nursing program, and then hopefully finish at some sort of nursing school. I'm hoping OHSU. And I'm going to continue working through college. I'm pretty sure if I wasn't an AVID student, I'd be very stressed right now. I wouldn't have as many resources. And yeah, I think that's all.
Right.
God, that was messy. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. Thank you for sharing. Bravo. I have to say, yeah, I was very proud of you when you got a job and started working. I feel like it's so transformative when everybody gets a job for the first time. It teaches us so much about who we are and what we want to be. And so, yeah, going to PCC, going to nursing. I love it. Very good. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Somebody said they did a Prezi. I'm just reading the chat here.
I did.
Okay. Well, I always say someone because you private messaged me.
Okay.
So you, if I share screen with you, will that work? And you can just show it there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So when it's your time to go, essentially, I'll just give you co-host rights and then you can just.
Okay. And how do I because I haven't turned it in because it's not letting me. What do I do?
So once you share screen, I might be able to see what you're seeing and see if there's a like a shareable link, because usually with Prezis there are. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And it might be just like copy and pasting the URL into.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that might be the shareable link. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so Leah, you're up. Are you wanting co-host rights today?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, you should.
Okay. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay, so I just named my presentation Wisdom from an Avid Senior, Class of 2021 by Talia Hardnett. So for the first question, who were you then and who were you now? I just laid it out in bullet points, and I said, I kind of explained for freshman year, I was very shy and timid, and I was in the process of understanding change and figuring out my educational plan. And in freshman year, I was just full of experience, and I put that was within new classes, gaining and losing friends, and activities that I involved myself in during freshman year, like BSU, that I stuck with throughout all 4 years of my high school. And then I said, now I have a stronger voice. And I said, that's not only academically, but also within the everyday issues we've recently faced, like Black Lives Matter and a lot of the political issues and stuff like that. I said I push way harder toward my success. I'm more independent and off on my own, and I take a lot more of my grades and my future seriously. How has time and experience changed me? I said, with time and experience comes realization, growth for new things, and sometimes those new experiences can be the start to your future. I said, within experience, I've been able to adapt and evolve a lot of things that I wouldn't believe I had a passion for into my everyday life, and that has been really beneficial for me. And then I said, over time, I've been able to become more dedicated and passionate about my education, and more than I've ever been. And it's allowed me to try new things and strive for my success even more. And then I just put some pictures of things that I've been involved in more recently. So since social distancing, like art that I'm involved in. And then I just put a picture of some schools that I've been accepted into. Did your future plans change as you moved throughout high school? I said, in a way, my future plans did change as I moved throughout high school. I said traveling through my first 2 years, I was just full of experience, and it's what ultimately opened me up to realization that my future was everything. And I said attending college out of state has always been not only a huge plan of mine, but also a goal. I've always wanted to be able to get the full out of state experience with college. And along with that, when I envisioned myself going to college, I honestly just never envisioned myself staying close to home. But now with COVID and social distancing taking over, I said the plans I felt like would be most beneficial for me. I now question just to ensure my safety and stuff like that. But I just said either way, I have a very strong goal to attend a 4-year college that will all in all be an incredible academic, social, and financial fit for me. How did you feel when taking an AP or challenge course? Was it worth it? I took my first AP class during junior year, which ended up being AP Lang. And I said, although I had many regrets, it wasn't optional because we had to take an AP class during AVID or during, And so I said, looking back now, I am more than glad at the fact that I was able to complete the course with grades that I was actually proud of. And I said, although it was challenging, that's a thing. And it was able to show me that challenges are worth just as much of education as you put into them. And then I said, taking AP class, an AP class was very worth it for me. How has being an AVID student challenged you? I said being an AVID student has only challenged me in positive ways. I said in the very beginning of my AVID experience, I didn't originally know its purpose because I joined it in middle school where a lot of things didn't really make sense to me. And then I said, although it's not a class in which you primarily focus your attention to one course, I said one sentence that I read during my freshman year actually about AVID and just when I was learning about what the course was, is it's a program designed to help underachieving students with high academic potential prepare for entrance to college and universities. And that's something that became very beneficial for me in helping me stay over the top prepared. And then currently being a senior, I said I do believe that it would be harder for me to balance all of my score priorities and still focus on the college path that would be right for me. One piece of advice that I would give to freshmen that has been really helpful for me more so now is a quote that I've really lived by, which is day one or one day you decide that. And then I said freshman year can determine a lot of things for you, but don't let it determine that your education is a choice. And I said it's not. If you want a place in the world, you kind of have to do the work that it takes to get there. And that's just a reminder that's helped me. So why is being an AVID student worth it? I said in the beginning of my experience with AVID, it's what helped prepare me for tests and exams. It's been beneficial for me in preparing me for colleges and applying for scholarships. I said without AVID, I question whether I would have the same outlook toward my future. And then I said it's definitely increased my academic stance to a point where when I'm finished with AVID, I know I'll be able to guide myself toward the right path. And then my future plans after AVID, I said my plans for the future consist of attending a 4-year college that will hopefully help guide me in the right direction. And then I said, although I don't know my career path right now, I'd like to believe that going to college will definitely help me figure it out. I said without having been an AVID student, I believe that I would still have a goal to attend college. I just question whether I would have those same resources that I've been able to have now. And then I said I've gained a lot of useful information within AVID that I know I will continue to carry throughout my college experience in the next chapter of my life. And then I actually did answer my questions in more whole form, so I just provided a link at the end with my whole form questions, and yeah.
Bravo, very good. Thank you, Celia. Very good. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that keep sticking out to me, but I think both of you have mentioned just the confidence you gain over time, being sure of yourself. Freshman year, I like that you said in middle school, nobody knows what's going on with anything. Yeah, it takes time and experience, right? So that's why your words are so valuable. All right, well, thank you. Let's see, is Omar here? Is Omar in the house? Let's see. Not yet. He usually slinks in around this time, so I don't know what's going on. Ashley, let's see, is Ashley here? She's not here either. You guys, there's very few people in the class today. Jake, Let's see. Jake dropped off as well. He was here at some point. Man. Daphne, did Daphne show up? No. This is disappointing, I have to say. That means Danette, you're up next. So
Okay.
let's see what we can do here. I'm going to share screen, if that's okay.
Okay.
Or sorry, I'm going to make you co-host so you can share screen. Let me rephrase that.
Okay. I named mine The Wisdom of a Senior. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. About me then versus now, I was usually so quiet and shy. I was like confused, not so confident. And then now I feel like I'm very open-minded, very confident. I'm more mature. Um, oh, time and experience. I've been through a lot through like middle school and like high school. I was very shy, didn't really have like friends throughout middle school and high school. Um, I through my past experience, I've had gone through a lot of trouble with like other people, and so it's made me more guarded with myself and more like um I had my walls up, so I couldn't really create friendships or relationships with that. But I feel like over time, it's made me who I am now. It's made me more mature. Um, Avid challenges. Being an Avid, it was quite challenging for me. It's due to I transferred like throughout the middle of my high school years, so like I wasn't comfortable with like my new class. I thought it was like gonna be hard to get to know everyone. Um, but I do think Avid has helped me with more opportunities than others who aren't an Avid. Um, I feel like Avid is more of a family than like a regular class. So I think that was pretty cool. And then high school, my freshman year, I was not an Avid actually. I didn't think much of my future. I just thought of more of the present. Um, I did just wanted to join the army because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And then sophomore year, I started Avid. I learned more about like future plans and like organizing and all the stuff. And I thought it was pretty cool. And now my junior year, I transferred to Beaverton High School. I was more aware of with life skills, preparing myself for senior and future plans. Um, got into a new Avid class, which are pretty great. Started to want to pursue a different career path, which was business. And then senior year, it's more about like scholarships, applications for college. I still want to pursue the same career path, which is business. So I think that's good that I kind of know what I want to do. I'm more knowledge about like life skills, like filing taxes, credit cards, all those stuff. And then AP challenge course. I never took an AP course. I do wish I had, only because I feel like I would like, even though it'd be stressful, I feel like it would like get me stronger in a way for like academic skills and all that. Um, but I feel like not taking an AP course was kind of like good because I wouldn't be stressed. So Winston, I put like a quote. It says, "We fall, we break, we fail, but then we rise, we heal, we overcome." And then pros and cons about Avid. So the pros, you get more knowledgeable with academic and real life skills. So it's not just about school. You make a family, you make connections with the people. It's not like an everyday class. You just like you're by yourself or like with the group. It's like everyone together. And then you have many resources you can use. Like teachers will help you and they're by your side. You get more opportunities than others that aren't an Avid. And then your successes are celebrated, so that you're just like if you do something they don't just like not say anything. And then some cons, they expect a lot from a student. Sometimes some like my son said they require like volunteering and community service hours. um senior year is not as expected. Many deadline applications for college to remember scholarships, etc. Like I thought college would be like an easy kind of last year, but it's a lot of work. And advice, I said don't take criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from. So I feel like I took a lot of criticism and I just like fell for it and everything throughout my high school years. It doesn't get easier, but you will learn and grow from it. And find your people. Like I feel like don't expect a lot with like your group that you came from middle school, and like don't expect that you will go all through high school with them. Take care of yourself. That's very important throughout high school. You get a lot of obstacles, and you get what you work for not. You get what you work for, not what you wish for, and work hard now, have fun later. I feel like that's very important, and it'll all be worth it at the end. And future plans, I tend to pursue a business career path, whether it's being an entrepreneur or a real estate agent. I will go to PCC for 2 years and transfer to university. I still don't know which one though. Without Avid, I think I wouldn't be in the situation I am now. I believe if I weren't in Avid, I would have a lot on my shoulders as a senior. I would be very stressed. Wouldn't know what to do. Wouldn't know what college to go to. But thanks to Avid, I've grown a lot. I know what I want, and they're just amazing. So, there's like a little caption here: Avid is a family I'll never forget. Thank you.
Bravo, yay. Thank you for sharing. I might have you that like you can just private like message me in the chat with the link maybe, and I'll see if it works to just like click on the link. Yeah. But that's so cool. I haven't seen Prezi in a while either. So I forgot about it. I love that you said find your people. I've heard a lot of you echo that in so many words, and it is, high school is not just about finding yourself, but finding the right people to surround yourself with who are going to lift you up, right?
Mhm.
All right. Thank you. I always forget to withdraw co-host permissions here. There we go. So I think, Juan, you're up next. Do you want to have co-host rights?
Wait, you said me already?
Yep.
Did we go through it that fast?
Well,
Okay.
some people are absent, but that's
Yeah,
cool.
I'll take co-host.
Okay.
Right.
You should have rights now.
Right. Okay, can you hear me?
Yep. And we can see your screen.
So, this is my project, Wisdom from an Avid Senior by Juan Cortez. So who I was then and who I am now. I used to be more optimistic about the future, thinking I had a solid mapped out plan for what I planned to do. But now I'm just a person minding his own business, just trying to get by and not fail this class. So I have some sort of next step towards my dream, but not really a map because there's like a whole bunch of different, parts of the future that you just don't really know what you want to do until you get there. And so kind of like just focusing on the present right now and, trying to do something for my future. Time and experience changed me because it made me sure of what I thought high school was going to be like, but it also made me develop my character and personality. I was able to apply those traits to my skills and eventually land myself some pretty fortunate opportunities. So like all throughout high school, I've kind of like stayed with my mellow, um, you know, it's called personality, and but it's just kind of like grown out to like be more inviting. So yeah. Um, Personal reflection. Did some of my future plans change as I moved through high school? I already knew that my best and favorite subject was science. I just didn't know what type of science, and I kind of discovered what kind of science when I like did chemistry and biology and physics. I was like sort of more into biology, not every aspect of biology, but yeah, and I was pretty fond of teaching, but working at the Oregon Zoo since freshman year, shaping my dream career. So I've stayed wanting to work on animal conservation. I've also stayed volunteering at B4 Church with after school programs, which shaped my alternate career path to be a teacher. Right here is one of the little groups that I had. It was actually my first girl group because like all throughout my like second year of working at the zoo, we would do like the these camping trips with these group of kids and stuff. So this was like my first girl group. I've only had boy groups, so I took a picture with them. And here's one of the a newt that we caught. It was actually one of my like kids that caught it. It was like literally we were just walking on a path and this dude just put his hand in the water and caught it like that. I didn't know what to say. But how did I feel when taking an AP or challenge course? Was it worth it? And I put down that AP is a torturous class I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. Anyone can do an AP class and excel, but when it came to it, it was like living check to check and seeing if I had enough money. It was like equivalent to checking if my assignments were all done in the better than best effort than that they expect from us. Um, how has Avid, how has being an Avid student changed me, and what ways has it helped me? Being an Avid student has challenged me by pushing me harder and harder each year, working less on giving us assignments themselves, but more on having other classes do it by making us take AP. Avid has helped though in pushing us to try our hardest to get into the college of our choice and find the best fitting scholarships to help with the transition. Sharing my wisdom. What is the number one piece of wisdom I can share with incoming freshmen? The number one piece of wisdom I can share with incoming freshmen is to move forward with any opportunity that's given to you because it'll only bring you more experience, skills, and new people to meet. It'll really help you shape your performance and outcome goals for the future. And performance and outcome goals is kind of like goals for yourself and then goals for like, I don't know, what you want to do and like long term. And then these are some of the people that I met with opportunities like working at the zoo or volunteering. What are some other valuable pieces of advice I wish I would have received freshman year? Valuable pieces of advice that I wish I had received as a freshman would honestly come from none other than myself, which is why I probably didn't receive this advice, is always have some sort of headphones to block out anyone else and go home after school because you're going to see all these people again the next day. So you don't need to be the last person on the bus. But that's just me. And lastly, don't do any sort of work for anyone that they can do themselves. That's kind of for everyone because, everyone's capable of doing their own work. So, focus on yourself, even if it feels selfish. Make sure you get your assignments done and everything first. I didn't get a chance to put my pictures on here. I was still working on this, but being an Avid student is worth it because it's literally a whole elective credit for you to understand your classes, to understand school, and to understand life. You'll also be able to use it on an application or resume and use it to apply for jobs, scholarships, and colleges. So like what I mean by understanding like life is like how we worked on, taxes and like funds and the financial classes, and then understanding school is obviously pertaining to like colleges and other classes and all that stuff. And my plans for the future, my plan is to go to a college, hopefully OSU, hopefully PSU, if not then PCC, and to get a Bachelor of Science majoring in zoology and then later finding some sort of job revolving around animal conservation. Without having been an Avid student, I wouldn't have discovered which colleges to apply to for this or what to even look for in terms of scholarships and or college amenities. Um yeah, so what I really want to do is mostly just like kind of help endangered animals, which is basically what animal conservation is. It's like maintaining them in their habitats and all that. Um, and yeah, that's about it.
Bravo. Thank you. I always love your honesty, Juan, with your advice and everything. I think that's really wise words you have there. So thank you. Yeah, you've done a lot. I mean, the whole zoo program and everything, you've been involved in that for a long time. So, and I never talk about it, you guys, but teaching is, oh, my camera's not on. Teaching's always an option, right? The district has, I don't know if any of you have had a chance, I know they talked to Mecha, but you know, they'll help pay for your school and stuff if you want to go into education. So think about that. I know a few of you are interested. So hit me up if you want to know more. I can have someone come in and talk to us too about it if you you want someone from the district about how you could get a pathway into education and get some of it paid for by the Beaverton School District. So anyway, all right. I think, so Jake emailed me and he said, I got kicked out and can't get back in, which is weird. That's never been a problem before, and he hasn't popped up on my thing. So, all right. I think that means that everyone here has gone except for Kaylee. So as long as nobody else joins us, we have one more presentation. That would be cool. Okay. I was going to ask you if that was something you'd be interested in. So I'll see what I can do. I'll try and get it in before our semester is over. And if not, then I'll schedule it for like a Wednesday in semester 2. So cool. Yeah. It's the most rewarding job, you guys. I mean, how could you not want to be a teacher? All right, Kaylee, it's your turn. So do you want me to give you co-host rights?
Sure, I'll be co-host.
Okay, I'm gonna withdraw from one. I'm terrible about withdrawing, so we just have a lot of co-hosts, I think. All right, you should have co-host rights.
Can you see it?
Sure can.
Okay. So who are you then and who are you now? That question got me really hard to think about. I really don't remember my past that much because of really hard times I had. My family was going through hard times and I couldn't handle everything on my own. Struggled a lot, not knowing what to do. I rarely asked for help and always wearing a hoodie and not really communicating. Me right now as a senior, I look back at myself and see how much I grew, and it's really good. Of course, I still struggle, but not as bad as I was before. My family is getting better and still has some rough times, but it wasn't as bad as before. I'm able to handle things on my own, like stress and anxiety. I am not wearing that much hoodies, and only I wear that for comfortable or lazy days. And I communicate with others now, a lot now. How has experience changed you? I always wanted to grow up very fast and get things done very fast. Wanted to graduate school and move on in the world. I wanted to be an adult so bad so I can make my own rules and not to listen to anyone. Now I want to stay the way I am and express myself more often. I'm graduating high school and I love feeling of being a high school graduate. It's been 12 years now and I am done with high school. And now I am going to be a freshman just like you in college, taking this next step in life and pursuing my dreams to become an elementary school teacher. Did your future plan change through high school? Yes, my future plans did change during the school years. I wanted to become a nurse in 5th grade. When we went to Biztown for our field trip, I was the CEO of the doctor's office, and that made me want to be more like the real people out there. Now I want to be an elementary school teacher because of the education pathway. Going on field trips to Phillips Elementary School and seeing the little kids made my heart beat really fast. I feel in love with them in a second, and so did the kids that was teaching. It was like a connection that we had, and I liked it. How did I feel about taking AP core classes, and was it worth it? At first I was fine, but then it started to get really hard and confusing, and I just couldn't handle it too much of the work. I was new to AP courses and I didn't know anything about it. Like, here's a little heads up on pick an AP course you actually want to learn from it. And if you just pick a random one, it won't do you any good. If you pick the one that you actually want to be in, you are going to be having the best of it. I really don't believe that it is worth to be an AP course because you don't really need to know what is going on, and it's just a waste of time to study way too much. Just that's just me on my behalf. But if you take an AP course, classes are only worth it if they challenge you and don't hurt your GPA because you really like the class and you want to keep your GPA just the way you are, just the way it is. How has being an avid student challenged you? In what ways did it help you? Being an avid student can be challenging once it starts. You have to remember that you have to have a 2.0 to 3.5 GPA in unweighted classes and have the desire and determination to take challenging courses such as AP and honor classes and do well in it. At first, my GPA freshman year was a 2.0 and I was struggling with lots of schoolwork and had all of the above, and I really didn't know how to get my GPA up until Avid pushed me and I started trying harder and actually focus on my schoolwork and get my grades up. I started high school with all C's and now I'm getting C's and above, and that's just really amazing for me. My number one advice into upcoming freshmen is that my absolutely number one piece of advice from me is if you ever have questions or struggling with anything, ask for help. Be the top student and ask for help. There are other students out there that are struggling but are too shy to ask for help. Be that one person that is willing to help and is willing to ask whenever you can. My second advice for incoming freshmen is my second most important one is not to be a procrastinator that much. It's okay to not do the work when you first get it, but get it done before the due date is due. Having procrastination can have a negative effect on students, especially avid students, about their homeworks, grades, and even their overall health. Just trust me on this one. Having a strict mom and procrastinating on everything is not a good sign at all. Why is being an avid student worth it? A, avid is worth the time and effort for all students who want to get ahead in their life. B, over 85% of avid students are accepted to a 4-year college/university. And C, avid graduates from complete college at a higher rate than non-avid students. D, you will learn skills and strategies that help you succeed in high school and beyond. A, you will learn about college and financial aid application processes. And F, well, yeah, your success will be celebrated. What are your plans for the future and how might they been different along being an avid student? I wanted to be an elementary school teacher because of the education pathway. Seeing little kids made my heart beat really fast. I fell in love with them. Then my second, and so did the other kids when I was teaching. Like I said before, if I wasn't an avid, I would have known there was a connection that I had been in with the kids, and I liked that. And here's more details about more in my slides in my Google Doc.
Perfect. Bravo. Thank you. Hitting us with those facts about Avid, 85%. And man, I like that you did your research. Yeah, the proof's in the pudding and the proof's in you guys, right? So it's just so heartwarming to hear all of your journeys and what you plan to do in the future, and framing it in this way, advice to younger people, let you reflect on this, not only personally, but also have an audience, right, beyond yourselves, and being mentors, which many of you are preparing to do as you go into next semester as avid tutors. So this is nice prep to think about what you can be telling, these kids next semester as they enter high school and you're exiting. So thank you so much for sharing, for doing it. I think this is a great kind of note to go out on as a class together, as a family that we've become over these years. So I certainly have told many of you, I've seen so much growth and change in you guys since you were freshmen. So it's cool to see it all come together in this way. So listen, It's 9:15. We barely ever go this long. So I'm going to let you go here in the next couple minutes. Please take a look at the calendar. There's a link to that senior data collection sheet. If you haven't started filling that out, please get a jump start on it between now and Thursday. We will take time on Thursday to really sort of give you time to work through it. But it's ideally due Friday. So, you know, I'm going to have to enter this data myself, I think. So it's gonna take a long time for me to do that, but it's worth it because it's worth it for everybody. All right, I'm gonna let you get out of here. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for sharing today, and I'll see you on Thursday, guys. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Thank you. All right. Toby, are you there? All right. I'm going to hang out for a few. If you have questions or want to chat, let me know.